Game week 12, chaps. Please tell me, was game week 11 the worst in FPL history?
I don't know about you guys, but if you remember a couple of weeks ago, we had a similar game week or game weeks. Or for me, anyway, this is my lowest points haul for the season so far. This is my third 37 point haul for the season so far, and in each time it's one of the lowest for the season. So, but this one I think really outdid itself. And that was literally because every single captain that you could possibly think of seriously blanked this week. You know, whether it be Haaland, whether it be Salah, whether it be, Madison, Son, Saka, you name it, they're all blanked. So I think with this one, yeah, it was probably the worst, and it hit a lot of people hard. I mean, this is how bad it was. With my 37, I got a green arrow. Okay, my rank was bad. I was like 800 and something thousand, but now I've gone up to 400 and something thousand. So that's how bad it was. So it just gives you an indication that you know what. So don't sweat it. If you think if you got 30 and above, trust me, on a normal week, that's basically like getting 70, you know. If you think you got a bad score, trust me, there are a lot of guys out there who got worse. I mean, I'm hearing scores of 11, 10, and things like that, which are really insane considering that a player that plays should normally get at least 1 point. So, but yeah, for me, yeah, it's not really that bad because I've had 37 before. So, I'm just glad to get a green arrow and improve my rank.
Yeah, how's it, chaps? Look, man, what I want to know is how would you bounce back from that Game Week 11 performance?
Like I keep saying, bro, I have a plan, and I'm just going to stick to it. Game Week 11 was a freak of nature, so I'm not going to let that, deter me from my plan. I'm just going to stick to it and, move on. Just like the last time it happened, the following game week, I knocked it. I got 70 something. So, yeah, I'm just going to stick to my plan. And, I did say it before, you know what, that you will have these sort of game weeks. You know, there'll be 2 or 3 game weeks like this in a season. So it did happen again. Well, I didn't expect it so soon, but yeah. But going forward, I think when you get such game weeks, the thing is not to panic. Because like I said, it's a real freak of nature type of thing. You know, it's like a blue moon or something like that. So yeah, so just don't panic for all the other managers out there.
So you say you have a plan. Please tell us, what are your transfer plans for this coming game week?
To be honest, I'm not quite sure yet. The reason being is that some of the teams are playing in Champions League games during the week. So I'm just waiting for those teams to come through those games. So I'll wait for Friday or even Saturday to hear if there's any late news regarding any injuries or whatever from the teams. For now, I'm just going to hold back. But otherwise, what you're seeing right now will be my team come this weekend, unless I hear of something that, might make me think twice about 1 or 2 of the guys. But if, I do decide to, if nothing really changes, I might think of I might actually think of removing Cash and then bringing in Gahey and then putting in Areola and removing Johnston. So, yeah. The reason why I'll probably remove Cash is recently Aston Villa haven't really gotten clean sheets. And with Cash, he was flagged yellow. I don't know, there was something wrong with his shoulder or something like that. So he was pulled out off early. So I don't want to take chances with that. Yeah, I don't want to take chances. But we'll see what they say. We'll see what they say. If they say he's like healthy, because Aston Villa will play in Europe on Thursday. So if he plays 90 minutes for that game, then I think he should be good enough to play against Fulham. But with Fulham, they might score a goal. So yeah, it's iffy. It will depend how I feel on Saturday. Yeah, playing, using my emotions.
No, thanks, chaps. VAR hasn't had the best backing from the Premier League community, especially if you look at some of the calls that were made over the weekend. Do you feel that VAR will have any impact on your team selection, or it's something that you're not necessarily worried about?
Hey man, this VAR you can't predict. Especially like for instance that game, that Newcastle and Arsenal game, that was messed up. That was messed up. So look, I don't know why, but it seems like VAR has like serious effects on the big games. Remember the Man City Arsenal game, the the Liverpool Tottenham game, and now the Newcastle and Arsenal game. So I don't know. I just feel like maybe the big games they they like this drama. So look, it shouldn't put you off getting big name players from the big teams. I'm still gonna stick to it. I mean, yeah, it's VAR is VAR, man. It shouldn't really. You can't predict it. You don't know what they're gonna do. So I don't really think too much about that.
Chaps, the games this game week are honestly looking good for a lot of big teams. Who from your side would you say is someone worth taking a punt this game week?
Oh, that's a tough one, eh? That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Um, that's really a tough one. Um, ooh, wow. You know what? It's either or. Um, I would probably go. It's either you go double Arsenal defense or double Newcastle defense. That would be my punt. You know, I really think Arsenal and Newcastle can keep a clean sheet from those two games. So I would maybe get a defender from an extra defender from one of those two teams if you can afford it.
Thanks, chaps. This one, it's definitely going to be a question that we're going to be asking for quite a long time. And I also see that you've still got Haaland and Salah in your team. So in terms of captaincy, I know last week it was a mouth-watering fixture for Haaland, and a lot of FPL managers went for him. And thankfully to them, Salah didn't really do anything he planned. So for this game week, are you still backing him? I'm away against Chelsea over Brentford at home.
You know what? When Haaland came off at halftime, up until Salah kicked off that game against Luton, I was praying I was literally praying up until then that Salah does absolutely fuck all. It was like, I was so afraid that how Salah would punish me. But thank goodness he did nothing for that game. He missed a hell of a lot of sitters. But so I really got lucky there. But yeah, going into this weekend, I think in terms of captaincy wise, look, I mean, Haaland got taken off because of injury. But since then, he played the Champions League game. In fact, I think he did 90 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. So it seems like he'll be fine for the Chelsea game. But now the thing is, Chelsea just came off a win. They're feeling confident. And this whole season, I don't think Chelsea have been a team that conceded a lot of goals, in particularly at home. So it's going to be tough for them, for City. And on the other side, Salah's playing at home, and we all know how good Liverpool are. So right now, for me, it's really tough. It's really tough. But yeah, I think maybe I might just actually change it to Salah. Now that I think about it, I think maybe with Liverpool, they want to bounce back from that bad result from the past weekend. So I think they were, and especially playing at home, they really, really want to do well. And Brentford is one of those teams that you never know which type of Brentford is going to show up. You never know. So I think they're really going to go at Brentford, and I think Salah will try his best to undo what happened last weekend. So I think Salah would probably be a better pick than anything. But Haaland is Haaland. Haaland is Haaland. Scary going against him.
Okay, thank you, man, chaps.